Good day everyone. The title of our research is Exploring Sustainability Strategy for Post-COVID-19 Better Business. For the introduction, a survey overview is provided in this chapter. It starts with a research study and then moves on the problem statement. The research purpose and objectives will be given, key research questions asked and the expected outcome. The chapter then gives an overview of research methodology and the research analytical unit. The report concludes with an overview and chapter summary of the structure used in the other parts of the research. The global health crisis caused by COVID-19 impact research activities undertaken by higher education institutions, research centers and research groups in a variety of ways, despite significant efforts to decrease the effects of the pandemic crisis. Some researchers around the world have been or are forced into social isolation, and they had to interrupt face-to-face meetings with other colleagues, which had an adverse effect on the work with the research teams. Furthermore, during the peak of pandemic, several activities in research laboratories were interrupted. Background of research. Research conducted by Young et al. Concluded that after the application of business processes in the company, management is able to increase competitive advantage so that the company is able to create competitive value for customers in order to improve the company's financial performance. Business processes are used with various purposes, namely to understand the behavior of the cause and the sources of differentiation, investigated the life cycle of business processes using various types of variations in order to improve financial performance company, including the life cycle of micro, small and medium enterprises. Problem statements. The phenomenon states that the business process of the COVID-19 period that occurred in early 2020 experienced a collapse, as disclosed by Santoso, as chairman of the OJK Board of Commissioners, to change the mindset and behavior of business as usual into creative actions in order to get breakthroughs from a policy aspect and to monitor policy implementation so that micro, small and medium enterprises continue to grow healthily amid the corona outbreak that hits all over the world, so that financial performance small and medium micro business companies can support the economy, which is in an uncertain situation due to devastation of COVID-19. Research objective. First, to determine type of sustainability strategy post-COVID-19 crisis. Second, to determine level of sustainability business strategy post-COVID-19 crisis. Third, to examine if relationship exists between type of sustainability strategy and sustainability business strategy post-COVID-19 crisis. For the research question number 1, what type of sustainability strategy exists for post-COVID-19 crisis? Research question number 2, what sustainability business strategy post-COVID-19 crisis? Research question number 3, is there a relationship exists between type of sustainability strategy and sustainability business strategy for post-COVID-19 crisis? For the hypothesis, there is a positive and significant relationship between type of sustainability strategy and sustainability business strategy post-COVID-19 crisis.
Okay, for chapter 2 is about conceptual framework. The section presents a conceptual framework which is included two main variables discussed in this chapter. For title is Exploring Sustainability Strategy for Post-COVID-19 Better Business. Independent variable is type of sustainability strategy. For this independent variable, there are three types, which is product. First is product development. Two, research implication, and third is business innovation. All this from John Hamilton 2020. For moderating variable, which is organization size, and dependent variable, sustainability business strategy. First is changing technology, evaluating market, and last competitors. All different Hamhill and Perry 2012. Next, this about methodology. This chapter we present a research proposal that is developed as a strategy for checking answer to investigate question based on a combine of research method. This chapter began by presented a summary of the research goal followed by research approved development. The relevant research technique will then be described. First is research design. Research design are model that link the component of research in the exploitation of research question to draw conclusion in a study. All elements of research design were from the purpose of the study to understanding what type of sustainability strategy exists and what sustainability business strategy for post-COVID-19 crisis. The preferred research design was a case study approved. Next is about sampling. The selection of data risk case for FIRDAUS analysis is the logic and power of purpose sampling. It from Suri 2011. In this study, the sampling framework is on a list of 10% from the total entrepreneur will be selected from the list of successful entrepreneur in Malaysia. We will answer this question and serve as a sampling frame for this study. Next is about population. Population as an aggregate or as the word of all objective, subjective, or member which complete with a specification set. Sample is the subset of the population, which is its becomes or subject the represented the population. In this research, the population is taken from the list 10% entrepreneur will be selected from the list of successful entrepreneur. Okay, for sampling technique, there are many processes to choose the respondent. The researcher is decide to use simple random sampling. The most basic technique for selecting a sample group for a small group of population is simple random sampling. In simple size, researchers target the number of respondents or observation included in the study.
Unit of analysis is an important major entity which will be analyzed in research or study. And for our unit of analysis is to aim a list of successful entrepreneurs in Malaysia.
Okay, last but not least is about validity and reliability of the instrument. Reliability coefficient assess the consistency of the entire scala, which coverage alpha became the most widely used measure. On the other hand, the validity is the extent to which an instrument measure what it is supposed to measure. In checking the validity of the questionnaire, those researchers with veritas with concept apart from subject matter aspect as below. First is academic aspect, second is management consultant modification on the feedback revised we were record, and the last is combine and delay. That's all from me. Thank you.
Last but not least is plan for the data analysis. As we can see in the table, there is research objective, variable, measurement, scale, and statistic. Okay, for the first research objective, to determine types of sustainability strategy. The variable used were independent variables evaluated in terms of its predictive power, and to see how much variance in dependent variables they are able to explain. Measurement used to measure types of sustainability strategy. The scale is interval. statistic is descriptive statistics. For the second research objective is to determine levels of sustainability business strategy. For the variable, predictor, which is independent variables evaluated in terms of its predictive power. The measurement is to measure the levels of sustainability strategy. The scale is interval and the statistics is descriptive statistics. And the last research objectives is to examine if there is relationship exists between types of sustainability strategy and sustainability business strategy post-COVID-19 crisis. The variable is both variables evaluated to seek how much variance in both variables. Measurement is to measurement the relationship between two variables, which is types of sustainability strategy and sustainability business strategy, and the scale is interval and the statistics is multiple linear regression, which is MLR. That's all. Thank you.